Today we are going to be talking the best budget pitchers in Diamond Dynasty for MLB The Show 22. These are going to be pitchers that cost less than 5,000 stubs on the marketplace, so no diamond pitchers will be in this video. This is going to be golds and below. I found about 15 pitchers for you all. We have starting pitchers, relief pitchers, tons of great budget options here in Diamond Dynasty for the pitcher position. So if you're excited for this one, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it, and make sure to follow me at my Twitch account, which I'm going to be live from starting on Sunday with MLB The Show 22. We're going to be grinding no money spent, battle royale, ranked seasons, all that good stuff, so make sure you don't miss that. But without further ado, hope you enjoy the video, and let's get it.
Minika, watch me on Twitch, ooh, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, red button beaming. Let's get that sub count, take over YouTube, ooh, we teaming. My content so high, ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Red button beaming.
All right, so it is time to talk budget pitchers in MLB The Show 22 Diamond Dynasty. These are pitchers that are going to cost you less than 5,000 stubs on the market, so there will be no diamonds in this video because they at minimum go for 5,000 stubs on the market. And you're going to be able to tell a theme very early on, the criteria I look for when I look for budget pitchers, especially at the beginning of the year, because their hits per nine are not going to be that large. So I'm looking for very specific things. I'm looking for pitch combos that I really like, and I'm looking for pitchers that throw the ball hard, especially when it comes to relievers. So we're going to have a lot of pitchers to talk about in this video because I'm looking for pitchers with basically sinker cutter combos. Those are two pitches that I like to use the most together. And then I'm looking for pitchers that are going to throw absolute gas, because at the beginning of the year, you can throw fastballs by a lot of people, especially newer players, and they're not going to be able to touch it. So a guy like Nola Syndergaard is going to be great. He might not have the best stats, but he can throw the ball really, really hard. So he's going to be in this video. And then you're going to have a guy like Lance Lynn, who we're going to talk about first, who goes for only 2,000 stubs on the market, but he has everything I'm looking for. The pitch selection is great. He has a cutter and a sinker. The drop off between the curveball mile per hour and the sinker miles per hour and the fastball is a pretty decent speed differential as well. Like I said, the per nine stats are not going to be great with any of these cards. All these live series cards are going to be golds and below, so their per nine stats are not going to be great. As we get later on into the year, these cards will start to phase out, and we'll have to replace this video with new budget cards that will actually work. But he does have 86 hits per nine, which I guess isn't horrible, and then 66 Ks per nine with 75 control, 82 velo, and then 80 break. Solid card though. I like the pitch selection. Now we're going to move on to an 83 overall Charlie Morton. Exactly what I was looking for in Lance Lynn, I'm looking for Charlie Morton. He has that sinker cutter combo. He has a decent drop off in his pitch speed differentials. Curveball is going to be 81 miles an hour, and the fastball and the sinker are going to be 95 and 96 miles an hour. Per nine stats, again, not going to be great, but the break on Charlie Morton's pitches are actually really, really good. He's going to have 4 pitches 92 and above. That is extremely good at the beginning of the year. You're not going to see pitchers with that at the end of the year, so Charlie Morton with that pitch break is going to be excellent. Get him in your rotation. Next man up is going to be 81 overall Lance McCullers for only 1,000 stubs on the market. Again, has the pitch selection that we're looking for, sinker cutter combo, has a slider, knuckle curve, circle change, basically every good pitch in the game that you really want Lance McCullers has. He doesn't have the best pitch break like Charlie Morton, but he still has decent pitch break and velo for the beginning of the year. Per nine stats, 89 hits per nine, 72 Ks per nine. Pitch control, he has 2 pitches 85 and above, and then pitch break, he has 3 pitches 80 and above, so he will meet our criteria and he can find his way into your rotation. But I do think Logan Webb is better because he has that 99 break like Charlie Morton, doesn't have as many individual pitch breaks 90 and above like Charlie Morton did, but he does have a decent amount of pitches, which we'll take a look at in a second. Sinker cutter combo, once again, it's very boring when it comes to finding pitchers at the beginning. As nerdy as it might sound, sinker cutter combos are the meta. They are every single year. They're the 2 best pitches in my opinion, and when you partner that with a slider as well, that's a really good pitcher, and that's what makes a really good pitcher in MLB The Show. So Webb has all those things. Individual pitch control, he's going to have 2 pitches 82 and above, and then for pitch break, he's going to have that changeup and that sinker that's going to have 99 pitch break. So we took a look at some guys that have the pitch selections that I want, that have decent break as well. Now we're going for those fireball pitchers. Those guys are going to put in your rotation to blow the ball past a lot of people at the plate, and that's where we're going to come up with Nola Syndergaard, 80 overall. He's going to go for 1,000 stubs on the market. I'm getting Syndergaard into my rotation for one reason and one reason only: throw the ball hard, give me a few innings. If the person is touching the fastball, then Syndergaard's going to come out and we're going to go to the bullpen. But if you're playing somebody that can't touch the hot stuff, Syndergaard is going to absolutely destroy them in game. Has a sinker, 4-seam fastball, changeup, slider, and curveball, so a decent pitch selection as well. Fastball can reach that 98 miles per hour, and then the speed differentials for the changeup and the slider are going to go to 88 miles per hour and 89 respectively. Per nine stats, definitely not very good on the Syndergaard card, but again, we are getting him just to throw gas. And then who else am I looking for here? Kind of forget who's on my list. I'm looking for another fireballer. Michael Kopeck. Where is he? That's where I'm looking to go. What overall Michael Kopeck is. Let's see if we can find him really quick, or else I'll just cut. I'm going to cut to it. I can't find him. Okay, so we found Kopeck, kind of like Syndergaard. He's going to be a 78 overall, which is only going to cost you 720 stubs on the marketplace right now. And again, he can throw a very hard fastball with good speed differentials in the slider and the circle change. So a decent pitch selection, but again, we are getting him to throw the ball past people at the plate. So Kopeck and Syndergaard, those are going to be your fireball starters on a budget. Next, we're going to move back to the meta pitches that I was talking about. Two more starters you can add to your rotation. One is going to be Nola, meets the criteria here. Okay hits per 9 and Ks per 9 for the beginning of the year. 4-seam fastball and sinker, decent miles per hour on those, decent speed differentials, then has that sinker and cutter combo, and he has a circle change as well. When you have a guy that has a sinker, cutter, and then a slider or a circle change to go with it, that's a really good pitch repertoire, and you want some of those guys into your rotation. So Nola perfectly fits our criteria, and for 1100 stubs, he's definitely going to come into the starting rotation. And then next man up is going to be Max Fried. We got to get some lefty starting pitching into our rotation as well, because a lot of people use their lineups to format against righty pitchers. So if you throw a lefty at them, they might be at a disadvantage if they stack their lineup up with lefties. So that's something to keep in mind. You definitely want to get some lefties into your starting rotation. So Max Fried, we have a 4-seam fastball, 12-6 curve, slider, sinker, and circle change. Good speed differential, sinker and 4-seam fastball, 93 and 94 miles per hour respectively. Then the slider and the circle change are going to drop down to 85 miles per hour respectively. Per 9 stats are okay, especially with inside edge. All around, he's not a great pitcher, not going to be flashy. This card isn't great, but again, none of these guys are going to be great. They just fit our criteria, and they're very, very affordable. The most important thing about this card is that he costs 950 stubs for you guys. All of these starting pitchers that I gave you in this video, they are nowhere near the best starting pitchers in the game. That's when you have to go up and get those diamond cards. You have to go and get those diamond collection awards. Those are going to be the best pitchers in the game. Before the beginning of the year, you can get away with a few weeks with these cards. Now we're going to move on to the bullpen, and in the bullpen, we do want to find some guys that are going to have a little bit better hits and Ks per 9 than the starting pitchers. The starting pitchers at the beginning of the year, they're going to have low per 9 stats because they're going the whole game. But a guy like Devin Williams for 2,800 stubs is going to come into the game late in the game with 99 hits per 9 and 101 Ks per 9. It's going to be more difficult for your opponent to touch him, especially if their players have lower contact numbers, which is going to make their PCI smaller. So Devin Williams with a circle change, 4-seam fastball, cutter, and screwball. I like the pitch selection here. His screwball is absolutely nasty. We're going to take a look at that individual pitch break. All 4 pitches at the beginning of the year, 94 and above pitch break, 94 on the cutter, 95 on the 4-seam fastball, and then the circle change and the screwball are both going to be 99 overall. This is going to be a must-have for your bullpen. If you can't get his 90 overall faces of the franchise card, this is the next best thing, because this card is still really, really good. So go ahead and get Devin Williams onto your team as soon as possible. And another card with decent hits per 9 and the pitch selection that we like, that is going to be Kendall Graveman with a sinker, slider, 4-seam fastball, circle change, and curveball. When you can find a reliever with 5 pitches at the beginning of the year, that's going to be an add to your rotation, for the reason that your opponent is not going to have the time when they're trying to face a relief pitcher to get a feel for every single pitch that you're going to throw for them, because they're only going to be pitching 1 or maybe 2 innings with this reliever. So by the time your opponent starts to time up this reliever, you're going to switch out for the next guy in your bullpen. So 5 pitches all the time are a W, and you want to add those people into your bullpen. And also 98 hits per 9. I said you want to get better hits per 9 at the end of the game in the bullpen. He also does throw the ball pretty hard, so 95 miles per hour on the sinker and 96 on the 4-seam fastball. So Graveman meets all the criteria. The next reliever we are going to talk about is going to be Aaron Loup, and you knew this was coming, especially if you played MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty. Aaron Loup at the end of the year, his 97 finest was absolutely disgusting. The movement was disgusting. The release was disgusting. Now obviously this isn't going to be as good as the 97 finest card, but I'm going to pick up Aaron Loup for only 1,200 stubs. He's definitely worth a try. There is not a lot of great lefty relievers in the game, so a reliever with a sinker, cutter, circle change, and slurve. And let's take a look at the individual pitch break here. 95 on that circle change and 88 on the sinker. With that funky release, Aaron Loup is going to be a must add for your bullpen. 3 more relievers slash closers that we're going to talk about next is going to be Blake Treinen for 3,000 stubs. Blake Treinen throws the ball hard, good per 9 stats, decent pitch selection as well with the sinker and the cutter combo. Also has a slider and a 4-seam fastball. Really checks all the boxes. Good good pitch break, good pitch velo, and good pitch control on all 4 of his pitches. So you definitely want to pick up Blake Treinen for only 3,000 stubs on the market. Next, we're going to talk about Emmanuel Clase, and the only reason why he's here is because he has an outlier cutter. The only person in the game, I believe, to have an outlier cutter day 1 is Emmanuel Clase. The slider and the 4-seam fastball are not bad, but you are picking this card up for the outlier cutter. Once in a while, when you're using this card, you mix in that slider or that 4-seam fastball, completely throw your opponent off, because when you use Clase, they're expecting you're going to go with that outlier cutter repeatedly. So when you switch it up, you're going to throw them off, and that's how you get the strikeout. And the final card you are going to add into your bullpen for the final budget pitcher, that is going to be Camilo Doval. 75 overall for 1,500 stubs. His pitch selection doesn't wow you. His per 9 stats don't wow you. What does wow you is the fact that he basically throws from the ground. His pitching motion is going to be super difficult for new players to pick up. I played against him all year last year, and I still can't pick him up completely. So I can't even imagine trying to face him once again for the first time ever. So definitely add Camilo Doval to your team. He is broken. His release is ridiculous. For 1,500 stubs, you're getting a great reliever. So that is going to do it for budget players and pitchers in MLB The Show 22 Diamond Dynasty on day 1. As the weeks progress, I'll definitely be updating this video as prices go up, as prices go down. But if you enjoyed the video and you found it useful, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it, and make sure to follow me at my socials, which are on the screen for you all right now. But that's gonna do it for the video. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.